Hello again, welcome back. Right, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use our Dutching calculator. So if you go to the home page of premierdutching.com and click on the tools section, you'll see that there's two different versions. There's the basic version and the advanced version. Now the basic version is anybody can just go on our website and download this Dutching calculator, and there's also a web-based version of it here, but for the example of this video I'm going to be showing you the advanced calculator, the one that you get free with the 10-day trial. It tells you a little bit about some of the features there, but basically today is the 11th of September 2010, and you'll see in the daily selection email for today it's the 3 o'clock at Goodwood. These are the three runners, the three first favourites that we think are going to cross the line. So what we need to do is go and enter all that information into our calculator now. So if we open it up, here we'll see that we're putting £100 stake down and we're putting our odds in here. Tells you what your back stakes are going to be, and it tells you what your profit's going to be as well. And this column here, if you're using Betfair for an example, just put 5% commission in there, and then it removes the commission off the Dutch profit. Now you'll notice on the calculator there's, in some of the fields, there's little red triangles in the top right hand corner. That means if you hover your mouse over the field, it will come up with a explanation about what that field actually is and what you need to put into it. So it doesn't really need any detailed instructions because the calculator is self-explanatory just by hovering your mouse over certain fields. So what you can do is you can actually put the name of the venue and the time as well, which is 3 o'clock. And if you want to, you can put the names of the runners, which is Mirrorley. Hold on a minute, I spelled that wrong. What's the next one? Poet and Red Badge. Okay. Now these fields don't actually do anything. They're just there for your own information. You can record that information on it, so you've got a complete record of everything that's happened in this Dutch, and you can also put some notes down the bottom as well if you want to, and then you can keep this as a complete record. You can either print it out, do a screen grab, or even save it. We've provided that information, provided the ability to put that information in so that you can keep tabs on everything that you're doing if you like to keep extensive records. I'll just quickly run through each of these options one at a time. So obviously you're putting your total stake in there. That's your commission on Betfair or the bookies that you're using. The recovery amount, if you notice, the Dutch profit for this particular one we've entered is 44. If you wanted to make an additional £10 profit as a recovery, simply enter what you want to get back in there, £10, and it changes it to 54. It just adds whatever you want for the recovery amount onto the actual profit that you're going to receive back, and then it works your back stakes back, so it tells you what you need to put on in order to achieve that. So I'll just put that back to 0. Once you've entered your back odds in, it'll tell you what the percentage book for each horse is going to be, which is basically the percentage chance that that horse has got of winning the race. Your back stakes I've already explained, that's what you're going to be putting down. That's the return that you're going to be getting off the actual horse itself. It wins, and obviously what you'd need, if say for instance if one of these horses wins, you would need to remove your stake off that as well, which is shown in the Dutch profit column. And the selection profit, this just tells you what you're going to be getting back if you were to place it as a single back bet without being part of the Dutch. And obviously, as already explained, this is simply minus the commission that you enter into here. Now if you wanted to add a fourth selection in, let's assume that this is going to be 8 decimal odds, so we simply enter 8 in there, and you'll notice that the £44 profit has suddenly halved to 22 because you're now covering 4 runners. So that's what we're going to get back now if one of these 4 runners, and you'll notice that the percentage book has shot up as expected because we're covering another horse, but it's at the expense of half the amount of profits. So what we do at PremierDutching.com is we make this fourth horse into a break-even horse. So if you look at what you're going to be getting back for the fourth selection if it wins, it's £22.03. So what you do to make it into a break-even horse is you play with these buttons here, and as you do that, you can reduce it down to whatever monetary amount that you want. Basically, just takes there's a fine-tune buttons on it as well. So once we've got it down to 0, which we will have it any second now. Sometimes you can't get it exactly 0. That's as close as you can get it. So basically, we are now covering 4 selections in the Dutch, and if the fourth one wins, it's a break-even horse. So the Dutch is as though it never happened. We're not winning any money or losing any money, and we're going to be getting back. This is a £100 level stake, so we're getting back £25.18, which is actually 25.18% return, which is really good when you take into consideration that this has got an 81.94% chance of being successful, and in addition to that, this figure will be slightly higher because we use certain rules and criteria that improve on that. But it's worth noting that this is an example. We probably wouldn't go for this bet in the real service because the return is so low. We usually aim for a bare minimum of say 33% is a target that we try to aim for as much as possible. Now, when you play around with any of these weightings of each selection, you'll notice that it changes to red ALT, which means altered. So what you can do is, if you decide that you don't want that anymore, you can reset it here, and it changes it all back to a normal Dutching calculation where it's an even spread of profit across all 4 runners, or you can do the reset all button. So if you've structured quite a complex bet, if you wanted to do that, you can just reset everything, put it all back to a normal Dutch for you. Another use of the calculator is if you were Dutching the first 3, if you believed that the first favourite wasn't going to come in, you can decide to make that a break-even horse, or even say take 50% of the profit. So that one is going to return £44. So if you wanted that to return 50%, it would be £22. So what you would do then is just adjust it to what you want. A little bit of fine-tuning just to get it spot on, and then what you're going to be seeing then is where are we? Okay, you're then going to be getting this return. This is the structure of your Dutch. What you're going to get back if one of them is successful, you're getting 51.33% return on the second and third favourites if one of those comes in, which is really good. And that's basically it. If you've got any questions on the calculator, you can send me a quick email to ian@PremierDutching.com, and I'll try and do my best to answer them for you. Okay, thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.